Legal experts wonder about Jolie's endgame in wanting her teenagers to testify against their father and in continuing a custody fight over children who will soon be adults. As Angelina Jolie moved this week to continue her nearly 5-years-long child custody fight against Brad Pitt, by filing an appeal against a judge's new ruling that granted Pitt joint custody, a growing chorus of family law attorneys question whether she's really concerned about the best interests of their 6 children. They say this for several reasons, beyond the fact that a 50-50 custody arrangement is standard operating procedure for most divorces in California, said Peter Walzer, a Los Angeles area family law attorney who has handled celebrity divorces. Walzer and Daniel Knotts, a New York-based family law attorney, both expressed dismay that the actor, director and United Nations humanitarian pressed the court to have her teenaged children testify about what they experienced from Pitt's parenting and during their parents' marriage, which ended in 2016. It can be traumatic for children and teenagers to testify in divorce cases, which can involve sharing personal information and sometimes feeling as though they are testifying for one parent and against the other, the attorneys said. To spend all this money on continuing to pursue the case, and to try to put the kids on the stand, all that is just wrong, Walzer said. Knotts also said it was highly unlikely that California's 2nd District Court of Appeal would reverse the tentative joint custody arrangement worked out by Judge John Alderkirk. Appeals courts are famously reluctant to second-guess trial court decisions. I think it's an act of grasping at straws and a last resort, Knotts said about Jolie's appeal. It seems to me like a very long Hail Mary play. Another reason Walzer and Knotts wonder about Jolie's endgame is that her children are growing up, so it becomes increasingly difficult for a court to even enforce the usual custody issues of where children will live and how much time they will spend with either parent. The couple's oldest, 19-year-old Maddox, is in college, no longer a minor and therefore not covered by a custody agreement. And their 3 teenagers, 17-year-old Pax, 16-year-old Zahara and 14-year-old Shiloh, will not remain minors for a long. The couple also are parents to 12-year-old twins Vivian and Knox. As children get into their teenage years, there is only so much a court can do to force teenagers to spend time with either parent, Knotts said. Sometimes they don't want to see mom or dad. They want to go to their boyfriend or girlfriend's house. They want to do sports or be with their friends. The courts try to do what's best for the children, but they understand once they get to 15, 16, 17, there's not much courts can do at that point. The ongoing custody dispute between the one-time Hollywood power couple comes 4 years and 8 months after Jolie filed for divorce in 2016 and 2 years after a court ruled that they can each consider themselves single. In addition to custody, the couple still need to work out the financial settlement of their assets, which could run into the hundreds of millions of dollars. Alderkirk's ruling on custody was issued a couple weeks ago, and is tentative, which allows either side to still ask for modifications, Walzer said. In her appeal, the Maleficent star claimed that Alderkirk denied her a fair trial. Alderkirk is a private judge who was hired by Jolie, 46, and Pitt, 57, to oversee their case outside of regular court, where their dispute would be more public. Alderkirk presided over the estranged couple's intimate 2014 wedding at their private chateau in the south of France. But Jolie previously tried to get Alderkirk disqualified, citing his professional relationship with someone from Pitt's legal team. In her appellate filing, Jolie said her main complaint against Alderkirk is that he wouldn't let her minor teenagers testify. The Daily Mail reported that the trial started in December, continued over several months and included a long list of witnesses, including a former nanny, a child psychologist and staff and others who have been around the family. Knotts said Alderkirk probably said no to the children testifying because judges usually try to limit children's exposure to contentious court disputes. I think judges are always skeptical of one parent pushing to have a child testify in court, and wonder why a parent would want that, Knotts said. Having a child, including a teenager, come into court to testify against the other parent is a very traumatic experience that the child will live with forever. Judges have their discretion, and many judges will try to keep children out of court. In her filing with the appellate court, Jolie cited a California law that says children 14 or older should be allowed to testify if they want to. Walzer, who participated in the landmark 2010 Elkins Family Law Task Force on reforming California's family law courts. Pitt also gave interviews in which he admitted that his anger and abuse of alcohol contributed to his divorce. He said he had gone into recovery to deal with his issues and be a better father. Not said Ouderkirk probably felt he didn't need Jolie's additional evidence to determine whether Pitt having joint custody would be detrimental to his children. A source close to Jolie told Page Six Thursday that Jolie has never wanted to deny her children a relationship with her father. The heart of this dispute has not been about keeping the children apart from their father, it's been Angelina asking for care for her family, the source said. It's sad that Brad's people are gloating about a potential win when beating a system that exists to protect families and children from issues that harm their well-being is not something to brag about. But other family law attorneys also have questioned Jolie's intentions, given that she and Pitt have clearly spent millions on legal fees as the case has dragged on. It has been going on for over 4 years now, so it's definitely one of the longest celebrity cases we've ever seen, Los Angeles divorce attorney Kelly Chang Rickert told the Daily Mail in March. The fact that Jolie has already gone through several different lawyers is an indication that the actress needs to get her own way and isn't willing to give up, Rickert added. Walzer was less charitable, saying, "She's been notoriously emotional about this case. It's not about the kids. In my opinion. They could sit down and work this out. What did he do to make her this mad?